Hello RBTV community, si Corix po ito. Welcome back to my channel. Alam ko matagal-tagal nyo na pong hinihintay itong episode na ito. Inabutan na tayo ng bagong taon, 2020 na. But here it is, part 4 of my Japan trip. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I put all the links in the description below para mapanood nyo yung part 1, part 2, and part 3. So after several days of meetings for PhilSCAP, nag-extend ako sa Japan para mapasyal kayo ng konti. And so I moved to a different hotel, and the hotel I chose was in the vicinity of Tsukiji, famous for its fish auction. Simulan na natin agad ang episode. Tara! Well, Japan is very well known for its seafood, especially mga sushi. Tsukiji is like the place where you can get the freshest, and it is well known for the fish auction. When I finally had time to do my research on Tsukiji, doon ko po nalaman na, well, wala na po doon ang famous fish auction. The famous tuna auction has been moved to a shiny new market called the Toyosu Market. At first, medyo kinabahan ako, parang nasayang yata itong pag-book ko ng hotel sa Tsukiji area. But I saw some YouTube videos and read some reviews online na kahit wala naman dun yung auction, okay pa rin pumunta. One way to find out is puntahan.
Hi, どうぞいらっしゃいませ。1名様すぐ入れますよ。はい、どうぞマリキタです。いらっしゃいませ。どうぞいかがですか。
Buhay na buhay pa rin yung area na to. Kita niyo naman. I heard that the restaurants in Tsukiji Outer Market are typically open from around 5 in the morning to around early afternoon. Most of the seafood na binebenta dito sa Tsukiji Outer Market ay delivered directly pa rin from the new fish market in Toyosu. So, kung nasa Tokyo kayo, this is still one of the best places to enjoy fresh seafood. Nakakita ako ng isang YouTube video kung saan merong grilled tuna dito sa Tsukiji. Hinanap ko talaga yun. Pag grill ng tuna, pwede ka pumasok dito. Yung mga seats, dito tayo. Tignan natin yung grilled tuna. Juicy. Sakto lang yung alat. Hindi siya overcook kasi nga tinorch. So, luto na yung labas. Tapos lahat ng mga juice na sa lupa. Sarap. Simot. I am from Philippines.
Philippines, okay. Please, Philippines, put the sticker, okay? Any color sticker.
Well,
Please, sticker.
I put the sticker.
Yeah.
Tayo sa bandang Laguna.
Chopstick.
Chopstick.
And sashimi salmon. Okay, here.
Thank you.
And wasabi and soy sauce.
Thank you.
And the sticker, thank you so much. Japanese candy present. Thank you so much.
Sashimi from Norway. 500 yen, one plate. That's 250 pesos. about 2:40. Sobrang sulit at dapat dati pa ako pumunta. Considering ilang beses na ako pumunta dito sa Tokyo, laging hindi natutuloy. And I'm glad na tuloy na this time. Kahit na nilipat na yung auction dun sa bagong place. Siguro maganda rin dun, malinis. Pero para sa akin, mas trip ko yung ganito. Kung tatanungin ako kung okay pa rin ba pumunta sa Tsukiji Market. From Tsukiji Market, bale, lalakarin ko lang all the way to Ginza, yung Sanchome ngayon. Basta yung main street, yung shopping street. I think it's a pedestrian paradise. Today it's a Saturday, so bawal ang kotse. Mga 10 to 15 minute walk. Isang diretsong kalsada. Ginza is a very popular upscale shopping area, considered one of the most expensive and luxurious streets sa buong mundo. Sa buong Tokyo, Ginza ang may highest concentration ng Western shops. Marami sa mga fashion houses, nandito ang kanilang flagship store. So kung ang hilig mo ay luxury goods, this is the place for you. Noong 16th century, pinuno nila ang isang lumang swamp at doon nila itinayo ang Ginza. Dito na-establish ang silver coin mint noong 1612. In 1872, there was a big fire that devastated most of the area. In the aftermath of that fire, the government designated Ginza para maging model of modernization. For me, I didn't come here for shopping. I just wanted to show you the street. I mean, if you love shopping, you've probably been here already. I don't think it's a complete na experience sa Tokyo kung hindi natin nasasama yung trains. So there are several train lines or companies that help you get around Tokyo. Para hindi ako malito, kadalasang gumagamit ako ng isang app. Ilalagay ko lang doon kung saan ko gusto pumunta at sinasabi na niya sa akin kung anong train line ang pwede kong i-take. To get on these trains, all I do is I get one card that works for all trains. Mabibili ito doon na mismo sa may train station. Marami mga vending machine kung saan pwede mo rin i-top up yung load ng card kapag naubos na ang laman nito. So, ganun lang. Kabilis. Meron na. Mula nang binuksan ang unang railway sa Japan noong 1872, agad itong naging very important means for passenger transportation. Sa katunayan, as of 2001, 43.5% ang relative share ng mga train sa total passenger kilometers sa metropolitan area of Japan. When trains are delayed for 5 minutes, ang conductor ay mag-a-announce ng isang apology at maaring mag-provide ang railway company ng isang delay certificate. Kung considered most punctual ang Japan trains sa buong mundo at kalahati ng population nila sa largest metropolitan areas ang nagte-train, it's logical to assume that the Japanese, in general, are all very punctual. We finally arrive in Shibuya. We are greeted by a statue of Hachiko. Hachiko is a rock star. He is a Japanese Akita dog remembered for his incredible loyalty. As the legend goes, inaantay ni Hachiko ang kanyang owner sa Shibuya Station every day pagpa-uwi na to from work. One day, his owner died at work, pero araw-araw pa ring naghintay si Hachiko sa Shibuya Station para sa kanyang owner. This continued for over 9 years. This inspiring story has been held in the highest regard in Japanese culture, where Hachiko is being remembered as an example of utmost loyalty and fidelity. The Shibuya Crossing. Easily one of the most popular pedestrian crossings in the world, it is also said to be one of the busiest, with groups of up to 3,000 people crossing simultaneously, sabay-sabay, especially kapag weekends. Kahit na ilang beses na akong nakakabisita dito sa Tokyo, this Shibuya crossing never gets old. Parang tumawid ka lang. They sell glasses and I just told them about they could help me adjust my glasses. Pinainit yung frame, inayos nila, in-adjust. Nilinis pa. Tapos nung tinanong ko kung pwede ko sila bayaran, ayaw. Ayaw magpabayad. Free service. Sabi ko, can I give you tip? No. Ang cool lang, di ba? Parang tuwan-tuwa pa sila na service nila yung glasses. Sabi nila, oh, made in Japan. That's why it's very good. Sabi ko, mahal.
Insert money once you have finished making your selection.
Isa tong spot malapit sa hotel ko. Bendo lang. Later that day, na-realize ko na yung tripod ko, yung mini tripod ko, nakabibili ko lang the day before, ay naiwan ko sa Tsukiji. I'm pretty sure kaya ako naiwan yun. Sobrang sarap kasi ng kinakain kong sashimi. So ito problema. It's a Saturday and my flight back to Manila is on Monday. That leaves me with tomorrow, Sunday. Ang problema, I've read online that Tsukiji is closed on Sundays. I'm back in Tsukiji Market. It's a Sunday. People are always wondering online if it's open on Sundays. I see a lot of discussions. So I'm here to find out. The answer is yes. So far, so good. Bukas ang ibang shops. Ngayon, hindi ko lang alam kung yung mismong place kung saan ako kumain kahapon ay open on a Sunday.
Okay.
The salmon is very good. Yeah. Bale, nakuha ko yung tripod ko. Nakita nyo naman. Ang hindi ko nakuha sa video, sana nakita nyo. Parang sila pa yung mas natuwa at na-relieve na bumalik ako. At bago ko pa ipakita sa phone ko yung picture ng tripod na naiiwan ko, kinuha na nila yung tripod. Sabi nila, Japanese, okay. It's as if napaka-proud nila sa honesty at integrity nila. At parang gusto nila sabihin na kayong mga turista, huwag kayong mag-alala. Pag nasa Japan kayo, hindi kayo magkakaproblema dito. Honest ang mga tao at may integrity. Naman nakaka-inspire, no? Nasenti na ako dito. Siguro tayo mga Pinoy, kung para sa akin lang, if we were going to be proud of something, ipagpapalit ko yung pinagyayabang natin na, magaling kami kumanta, mga problema namin, tinatawanan namin. Mas prefer ko na siguro yung honest kami, may integrity kami. Ako lang naman. I'm going to recharge my passport. Nung mga unang trip ko sa Tokyo, medyo litong-lito talaga ako sa mga train. Luckily, with each trip, feeling ko nasasanay naman. So yung navigation app na nabanggit ko, pati kung saang gate ka pinakamagandang lumabas, ire-recommend na rin niya sa inyo. In fact, pati kung sa aling car ng train ka sasakay, at pati kung kailan ka ta-transfer, sasabihin ng app, pati kung ilang stops pa bago ka lumipat o bumaba. Although makikita mo rin naman ito sa loob ng train. So ako ngayon kailangan ko lumabas sa gate 3 dito sa Harajuku. We're going to one of my favorite spots to visit when I'm in Tokyo. In fact, I always make it a point to visit this place. It's like parang heaven to sa akin. Kwento ko lang yung fascination ko for analog synthesizers. Analog synthesizers are a kind of musical instrument that was big when I was growing up. So I saw a lot of my favorite artists have all these keyboards. Remember, I started as a keyboard player. So they all had these keyboards and I would see them in magazines, music videos. So as a young boy, up until I was in college, I think, I would cut out photos of these synthesizers and just put them in my notebooks and my books, diba? And really post them on my wall. And by the time I had means to buy my own keyboards, these analog synthesizers weren't being produced anymore. So meron siya ngayon, either mahirap mahanap, at pag nahanap mo, may kamahalan ng konti. Luckily, in this place, in Tokyo, some of the rarest analog synthesizers can be found. And if you visit the store, you can actually play them. The synthesizers are all hooked up. They're powered on kasi maganda rin yun for the circuits para mas tumagal ang buhay ng synthesizers. Pinapainit, ginagamit. That's what I heard. Usually, pag pumupunta ako sa synthesizer store at may kasama ako, mabobore sila for sure. Luckily for me, katabi lang nitong synthesizer place ang Takeshita Street in Harajuku. Considered one of the top shopping places for trendy stuff. Kilala ang Takeshita Street for the big crowds it draws, both tourists at mga locals who like to dress up. Makakakita ka dito ng mga very funky and quirky fashion. It is very busy. It is a lot of fun. If you like quirky, fun stuff, this is the place for you. A visit to Japan won't be complete without a visit to one of many parks that they have. They're a very nature-loving people. So, medyo kulang lang ako sa oras ngayon. Kaya hindi na tayo masyado makakaikot dito. And we're out again. Subukan natin tong Gyukaku. Sobrang solid. Sorry hindi ako maka-video masyado. Baka masunog yung niluluto ko. Masyadong masarap. Nag-order pa ako ng additional. Sobrang sarap. Okay, ano masasabi natin sa Gyukaku? Hindi masyadong mahal. Yung in-order ko na set, mga 1.4. So, bali mga 700. Tapos yung additional ko, 200 pesos. Pag nagta-travel ako, madalas matipid yung food trip ko. Tapos, nag-all out ako sa isa o dalawang occasion. Ito na yung nag-all out ako. Okay, pabalik na ako sa hotel. Yung flight ko ay maaga, 1 a.m. Gusto kong mga 6 o'clock nasa hotel na ako, nag-empake. Pabalik sa airport, magte-train na lang ako. Hindi na ako mag-limousine bus. Madali lang naman na I walk 8 minutes, then mga 5 minutes going here. Nakalimutan ko yung kwento sa inyo, yung card na pang train, yung password, pwedeng ibalik after. Pagkagawa ko lang pero hindi ko nag-video. Pwede ibalik tapos yung deposit nyo at saka yung balance ng card. Ibabalik sa inyo. Uwi na tayo. Uwi na. There you go guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of mine. If you've enjoyed this video, click like, share the video, and I would love it if you left some comments down below because I do my best to read all of your comments. Give me some suggestions of places to visit. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure po na mag-subscribe kayo sa channel ko. I-click nyo po yung notification bell para pag may bagong episode, hindi nyo ma-miss. Yun lang po muna for now. Si Corix po ito. Hanggang sa muli. Peace.